Today we're playing as Kid Shino Amburame from the Amburame clan. Shino is more of a short distance fighter, right? He has some range attacks, as you can see on the screen. He can shoot insects underground and they can travel quite far. Right? His default attacks are at a short distance, right? Obviously, you can combine the attacks, right? But realistically, Shino is a guy where you wanna be up close to the enemy. You don't wanna be too far from the enemy. He's more of a close quarters fighter, right? So you might struggle if you try to play Shino against your friends or ranked, or even on a hard mode, like challenge mode in this game. You'd probably struggle against characters like Minato, Shisui, Itachi, and third Hokage, fourth Hokage. Those fast characters, and those characters that have really good range attacks, or those characters that are decent mid-rangers and have your sword characters where you can do a lot of combos and spinning actions, like Killer Bee. Dari's not too bad. There's a video I released with Dari, but so he's one of the hardest characters to play as in the game, right? So I wanted to see, what can I actually do with Shino? And to be honest with you, I've said this in one of my previous videos. Footage that you see now, this is like the first time I've played Shino, and I've just jumped straight into hard mode, right? Because like I said in one of my previous videos, I think I did say, I feel like I understand the game quite a bit. I have a good understanding of the game, right? So, and for content's sake as well, I want to play more challenging characters, because Minato and Shisui and the other OP, those characters like that, innit? And other characters, I'm not gonna list all of them. They're quite easy and user-friendly to use. They're quite easy, especially at the beginning. If you're a beginner, you can pick them up and win a lot of battles with them, right? So, same reason I chose Choji. I'd say Choji is harder to use, because Choji has no range moves apart from your standard projectile that every character has. Choji is a close quarters fighter. Like, he's you have to use Choji up close. Choji has no range attacks, literally none. So you're gonna struggle with character, and Choji is slow as well. That makes it worse. No range attacks, and he's slow. So you're gonna struggle against characters that are really fast, that have really good substitutions, and have really good combos, right? Same with Shikamaru. I haven't uploaded footage with Shikamaru as well, but it's kind of similar. Shikamaru, his attacks are not really combo friendly. He's not a combo friendly character, right? He's more of a situational character, right? Same with Choji and Shino. you'd really have to really pay attention to the enemy's movements and try and guess what they're gonna do. For example, for example, if the enemy has run out of substitutes, for example, and you see them charging towards you, or you think they're gonna charge towards you, you'd activate that ability, his secret technique. You'd activate his secret technique, and his secret technique is a short distance ability, right? So the enemy literally has to be right next to you for it to work. So if someone's charging towards you, or they're about to start a combo with you, you might want to activate your secret technique and you catch them, right? But it's pretty hard to catch people with his secret technique. It's not like, for example, Toby, right? It's not like Toby, for example, which you can see on screen. Toby's secret technique is a long range ability. So it actually follows you and it moves quite fast. So with Shino, just like Shikamaru and Choji's sense, they're very situational. You have to use strategies. You have to try and predict what the enemy's gonna do. Or if the enemy's being very aggressive, like trying to charge towards you a lot, there's gonna be times, well, I do this, right? Where there's gonna be times where you're just gonna spam your insect ability, where you shoot insects under the ground. You shoot these insects under the ground and they stop. And obviously that ability, that insect ability I'm talking about, is a range attack that can keep enemies at bay to a certain extent. Aggressive players, ones that keep charging towards you, all that. Those characters are a little bit fast, right? You can keep them at bay for some time. I think he's a good character. I wouldn't use him in ranked. He's more of a character I'd play for fun, to challenge myself. Or maybe I'll just use him to play against my friends who don't really know how to play Storm 4. And Shino, he has a little bit of a fandom. If you're talking about the anime, I'm just going to close off. He has a little bit of a fandom. There's some people recognize Shino as being strong. From the Naruto fandom and stuff. I used to be really into that, looking at who's the strongest in the Konoha 12, who's the strongest and all that kind of stuff. And people recognize him as being strong because his insects can be used as defense and offense as well. So he's quite similar to Gaara as well. But then also he can send out his insects to swarm people and overtake them, basically, Same with Gaara as well. So now that I'm thinking about it, Shino, okay, apart from Rock Lee and Gaara, obviously really good fight. If you haven't seen it, then you can and you're planning to watch Naruto, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it. Apart from Rock Lee and Gaara and Sasuke and Gaara and Naruto and Gaara, I think Shino we should have seen a fight with Shino and Gaara. How would that have gone, right? Because another thing about Shino's insects, they drain chakra, right? So when he plants insects on people, it drains their chakra, and chakra is like their life force, right? It's like their very life force. So they become weaker. He has a monster inside of him, right? That has a lot of chakra. So even if Shino planted some insects on Gaara without him knowing, and he starts draining his chakra, it'd probably take a long time for his chakra to drain out his chakra completely, because once his natural chakra is drained out, he can just use the One Tails' power, right? But also, if I remember correctly, so in the war arc, Shino, I'm pretty sure there's a scene in the war arc, if I remember correctly, where his insects, they drain a lot of chakra from... They drained a lot of chakra. I don't know if they were... I don't know. They drained a lot of chakra from some people or some monsters or beasts or something. And they drained so much chakra from them that they became massive. I think there's a scene like that where they became even... So I think when Shino's insects drain chakra, they become bigger and stronger as well. Right? So that would have been interesting, right? Shino versus Gaara. There could be, I don't know, there might even be a video on YouTube talking about that. But you know, if you guys actually want me to talk about things like that more, lore and all that kind of stuff, like I've said in previous videos, even in these type of videos, or if you want me to make separate anime videos where I can talk about these things, you know, let me know in the comments. Over and out, people. Alright, peace.